Hey everyone! Today's class is a variation of an infinity flow. If you haven't tried one of these classes before, it's basically when one side of the sequence links into the other. And in particular with this one, we're making it kind of like a pyramid. So we kind of go up in the sequence and then we flip it and reverse on the way back down. So it's going to be a little bit more creative and complex, so it requires a certain level of attention and awareness, but we'll be practicing the sequence quite a few times so that hopefully by the end it really becomes like this core memory. We don't even need to think about it, it's just there. In particular, we're kind of opening through the upper body a little bit more today. We might have a go with our wheel pose, our Urdhva Dhanurasana, as well as some other kind of back bends, but we're also going to open through the hips a little bit as well, so just take it as it comes. I just wanted to shout out that next week, in a couple of days, we're going to be launching our app, our membership site. You might have heard about this over the last month or so, but it is a very, very exciting time for Current and for myself in this community. We're going to begin this journey of this new intimate space that we have in our little corner of the internet by doing a 30-day yoga challenge. Every day for the month of April, I will be uploading a different class. I'll give a little bit more detail about it in a different video of what you can expect, because it is going to be a progressive journey, but I'll leave you to find that if you are curious. I would love to have you join me over this time. It's going to be a wonderful month, and even better, you can get half price off the membership for the month of April. I'll leave any sort of discount codes or anything that is required down below. And the great thing is that this is a founder's membership. So if you get the price, then you have it for life, as long as your membership is active. So it's definitely something worthy of following up. Anyway, let's begin in a child's pose. Balasana. Knees a comfortable distance apart, toes together, sink your hips to your heels, and then wander your hands forward. Feel a big stretch down the sides of the shoulders and the arms. Ground the forehead down onto the mat. If it doesn't quite touch the mat, then you might stack your hands together. Let's start to find the rhythm of the breath, noticing the slower inhales through the nose, feeling the air as it comes down through the nostrils, inflating the lungs, and then as you exhale through the nose, feeling the lungs deflate, feeling the carbon dioxide get released out through the nose. There's an energy exchange, it's an in and an out, a give and a take. You might like to add on your Ujjayi Pranayama, your constriction of the throat, creating that wave-like sound, helping us to stay focused and present as we move in our practice today. Take one more breath here. And let's start to roll ourselves up, come into tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's take a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly down, open the chest, cow pose, lift up your tailbone. As you exhale, round to the back. Tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Feel the center of your chest lift high your sternum. As you exhale, belly lifts. Ribs tucked towards the hips. Take a few more breaths in your own time. And feel free to add on any movement that feels good. Any side to side movement, any forward and back movement. Come back through center. Let's make a figure of 8 with our hands. So shift your shoulders to one corner, then come back and around to the other side. Just because we're doing infinity today. I'm going to be doing a couple of kind of side plank variations. So we just want to make sure that we are warm through the wrists. And sit back on your heels, kind of shake out the wrists. Then plant your hands down again, high plank. Tuck your toes at the back of the mat. Spine is long. At any point you can drop your knees down to the ground. Push the floor away from you, puff up through your upper back. From here we come into crouch. Bend your knees. It's like child's pose, but the knees are hovering off the ground. Shoulder blades spread wide. Breathe in, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, shift your weight back. A couple more times in your own breath. You can also do this with the knees down on the ground if you would prefer to take your warm up a little bit slower. Let's go one more. Come back into your high plank. Drop both heels to the right side, plank to the left. Vashisthasana. You might reach the left hand up to the sky or maybe over the head. I quite like this variation because I find it brings more length through the side of the body. Swap to the other side. Left hand comes down. Drop both heels to the left. Breathe in, right hand high. Maybe right hand reaches up and over. One more breath here. Bring the right hand back down, drop the knees down, tabletop position, sitting up for puppy pose, hips on top of the knees. Take a big step forward with both hands, breathe in through the nose. As you exhale, drop the chest towards the ground. I'm going to see this position, this asana, a few times in our class today. Feel the heart lower down, feel the tailbone lift towards the sky. And if it feels comfortable, you could lift your eye gaze so that the chin comes down on the ground. Keep the elbows down on the ground. Roll yourself forward. Breathe in, Sphinx pose. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale to hold. Retract the shoulder blades, squeeze them towards each other. If you did feel like a little more, you can lift the elbows off. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lower down. Slide your hands by your ribs, push up onto your knees, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Hips up and back. You might pedal out your feet here, dropping one heel down, dropping the other heel down. Take a little shift from side to side. And then find a moment of stillness. Find your crouch positions again. Bend your knees, look forward, breathe in, step your right foot outside your right hand. Exhale to land, reach your right hand forward, breathe in. As you exhale, big backstroke, right hand to the back of the mat. Turn the chest to the right. Reaching pyramid, inhale, lengthen your right leg, reach your right hand towards your left leg. Exhale to hold. Might touch the thigh, might just reach, doesn't have to get there. Let's flow those two movements. One breath, inhale, open up. Exhale, reach underneath. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Place the right hand down, step your left foot outside your left hand, Malasana, breathe in, bend both knees, toes out. Exhale to hold. Now you can stay hands at chest. If you prefer a little bit more activeness, reach your hands out in front of you. Spine is nice and long, crown of the head to the sky. Let's come all the way up through standing. Breathe in, Both arms reach up and over. As you exhale, come back down, Malasana. Hands reach down, halfway lift, inhale, toes turn forward. As you exhale, step back, high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Come down onto your belly, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Squeeze the back of the body as you lift up, breathe in. Exhale, come down. Push up knees or toes, downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Bend your knees, look forward. Breathe in as you step your left foot outside your left hand. Exhale to hold, lunge. Left hand reaches forward, breathe in. As you exhale, backstroke your left hand towards the back of the mat. Lengthen your left leg, reaching pyramid, breathe in. Left hand towards the right leg. Exhale to hold. You're thinking kind of left shoulder as far back as you can. Let's link those two movements. Inhale, open up. Exhale to reach. One more. Place the left hand down, step the right foot wide, Malasana, breathe in, bend the knees. Passive or more active, up to you. Exhale to hold. Lift all the way up to the sky again. Inhale, squeeze your glutes, maybe there's a little back bend. As you exhale, come back down, Malasana. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in, toes forward, maybe hands to shins. As you exhale, hands down, step back. Vinyasana. I think this is going to be our last vinyasa of our class, because when we get into our main sequence, it's going to be no vinyasas, or no variations of it. Downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, knees come down, tabletop position. Coming into our sequence, we're going to take it really slow to begin with. Puppy pose, hips stay on top of knees. Breathe in, hands forward. Exhale, drop the chest. One more breath. Elbows stay grounded, roll forward, Sphinx pose. Or option to lift the elbows if that feels good for you. Lower yourself down. Hands by the ribs. Push up onto your knees and then tuck your toes, hips to heels, crouch. Just like we did. Breathe in, step your right foot outside your right hand, reach your right hand forward. As you exhale, backstroke right hand to the back of the mat. Option for horizon pose this time. If you're taking that option, both of your toes are going to turn to the right side of the mat. Hips are going to drop down towards the ground if that feels comfortable. Otherwise, you can keep them more lifted. Reaching pyramid, inhale, lengthen both legs, turn back forward. As you exhale, reach the right hand towards the left shin. Just one more time, horizon pose. Breathe in, turn the toes. Exhale, lower the hips. This time we all lower our left hip to the ground. Big step up and around with our right foot. It's going to come off to the outside of the mat. Setting up for Skandasana. We're really getting off our mat here. Press into the right heel. Lift your hips up high. So your left leg is straight, your right knee is bent. If this doesn't work for you, that is totally okay. If you're in a small space, then just shuffle yourself back. We're going to turn to the left foot, Skandasana to the left. Stay low if you can, use your hands if you want. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time to the right, breathe in. Breathe out. Lower your hips. Place the left hand back to the front of the mat. You're going to step your right foot in front of your left. Vashisthasana, side plank. Lift both of your hips up high. Breathe in, right hand up to the sky. Or as you exhale, right hand up and over the head. So this is the top of our pyramid. We're going to reverse everything on the way back down. Right hand plants. Swap both heels over to the right. Breathe in, left hand high. Exhale, maybe there's a side bend. Lower your hips down. Your left foot is going to step up and around. Turn your toes out and then lift your hips. Totally okay if the left heel is off here as well. Stay low as you shift to the right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Try turn the left toes high. One more time to the left. Inhale. Exhale. We all lower our hips down. Right hand plants to the front. This part's a little tricky. We're going to try get into horizon lunge. You might need to use your left hand to get it up. Once you lift your hips, you might be able to hop it up a little higher. Okay, once you're there, reaching pyramid, breathe in. Left hand scoops underneath. Exhale. Inhale, back to horizon. Turn the toes. Maybe the hips drop down. Inhale. Where are we going with this, Sarah? We are going back into our crouch. Left hand plants. So even sometimes I forget. Exhale, left hand. Foot steps back, bend your knees. Roll yourself forward, come into high plank. Let's lower the knees down, exhale, chaturanga. Sphinx pose, or maybe that extended cobra pose. Breathe in. As you breathe out, come down, hands by the ribs, push up tabletop, and then puppy pose. One breath. Cat pose to counterbalance, hands underneath the shoulders, breathe in. As you exhale, round the upper back. And we start the sequence again on the other side to begin with. So hands reach forward, puppy pose, breathe in. Exhale, drop the chest. Anchor the elbows, breathe in, roll forward. Exhale, your back bend of choice. Hands by the ribs. You can push up knees or toes this time. Breathe in. Setting up for crouch. Exhale, hips to heels. Look forward. Left foot steps outside the left hand. Breathe in. Left hand reaches forward. As you exhale, horizon lunge. Turn towards the back. Inhale. Lengthen both legs. As you exhale, reach underneath your body. Turn back to the front. Horizon. Breathe in. Breathe out. This time we lower the hips. Big step around with your left foot, skandasana to the left. Breathe in. Lift the hips. Breathe out to hold. Shift to the right foot. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe into the left. Breathe out. We're coming to halfway. Side plank. Lower the hips. Right hand plants to the front. Step your left foot in front of your right foot. Lift both hips up high. Breathe in. Breathe out. Turn to the other side, left hand down. We start the sequence again. Lower your hips down. Big step around with your right foot, skandasana to the right. Use your hands if you need to get up. One breath. We go to the left. We go to the right. Lower your hips, horizon pose to the front. Use your hand around your ankle to try get it up as high as you can. Lift your hips eventually. Swivel around, reaching pyramid. Breathe in. Breathe out. Horizon look. Oh my goodness, I'm mixing up horizon look, pose and lunge. Okay, we're there. Right hand comes down, crouch position. Step back, bend your knees. Roll forward, breathe in. Knees or toes, chaturanga. Sphinx or cobra, breathe in. Exhale, lower down, push up tabletop. Puppy pose. Cat pose, hands come back, breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, let's try that again. First side, a little quicker this time. Puppy. One breath, roll forward to your back bend of choice. Hands by the ribs, push up knees or toes, crouch, breathe in. Breathe out. Right foot steps out, breathe in, right hand forward. As you exhale, horizon lunge. Inhale, reaching pyramid. Exhale to pull. One more time, lunge. Lower your hips, swivel that right foot around, Skandasana, one breath on the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to sink. Inhale to the right. Exhale. Lower your hips, side plank. Left hand down. Split the feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right hand down. Turn the heels to the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hips lower down. Skandasana to the left. One breath. To the right. To the left. Lower the hips. Right hand plants. Use your left hand around the left foot. Get it up. Horizon lunge. Swivel around. Pyramid pose. Back to horizon. Left hand plants, crouch, breathe in. Breathe out, bend the knees. Roll forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Back bend of choice. Exhale, hands come down. I guess that's kind of like a vinyasa. Puppy pose, breathe in. There's no down dogs. Breathe out. Cat pose. Okay, we're going to do it one more time together. And then we'll be off on our own, one time each side. Puppy. Elbows down. Sphinx. Crouch. Left foot steps wide. Inhale. Reach the left hand forward. Exhale. Twist, horizon. Inhale, pyramids. Exhale, reach. One more time. Lower your hips. Step your left foot back. Skandasana to the left. To the right. To the left. Hips come down, right hand forward, side plank. Other side. Hips come down, right foot steps around. To the left. To the right. Lower the hips, maybe hand around the ankle, try to get it up as much as you can. Maybe shuffle it forward a little bit more, horizon lunge. Inhale, turn around, exhale to reach. Inhale, back to horizon, exhale. Right hand comes down, inhale, step back, crouch. Inhale, ripple forward, exhale low. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, hands come down. Puppy pose. And then come back into your cat. Okay, my friends. One more time of each. I'm going to try not to say anything. If you get a little lost, you can look at the screen. But don't fret about it. It's okay. We're just here to have fun, to move in our bodies. Try not to think about it too much. I should mention that if there are any poses that feel particularly juicy, you might hang out there for a little bit longer. And as we move, just notice where your mind wanders to. As best as we can, we try to keep our breath or our mind focused on our breath and our body. But inevitably it will get distracted. It will shift somewhere else. So if that ends up happening to you, once you've noticed, see if you can encourage yourself to come back. Once you've done on that side, on your last side, you might come into child's pose. Or if there are any other really sweet resting positions that you'd like to take, maybe a kneeling position, something else, then please feel free to find that. Just taking a moment to let that energy settle. And then walk yourself back. Shake out the wrists a little bit. I might just move my mat back forward a little bit. I feel like I'm sliding off down into the water. So we're going to play with a little more activating, energizing asanas. We're going to play with Wild Thing for a little bit, and then we'll have the option for our wheel pose. I'll give, again, lots of options along the way, depending on how you're feeling, but we are kind of warmed up in that direction. So we'll start in our plank position. And from here, let's turn our right toes up to the sky, breathe in. As you exhale, drop the left heel to the left, land the right toes to the side, hips high, right hand forward, Wild Thing. At any point, you can have the left knee down here and just reach the right foot a little further back, depending on how you're feeling. One more breath. Other side, right hand comes down, turn your left toes high, breathe in. As you exhale, drop the right heel over to the right, left toes touch down, engage the glutes. Reach the left hand up and over. One more time each side, left hand down. Breathe in, right toes high and then over. If you're feeling pretty good, you could turn this into kind of like a half wheel by placing your right heel down and then reaching your right hand towards the ground. Flip both hands so that the fingertips are both facing you. And then to come out, flip your left hand back. Roll yourself down. Let's go other side. Left toes turn high, breathe in. Breathe out, land. Left hand reaches back again. Maybe you stay here if you did feel like a little more. Left fingertips could reach towards the ground. And then you try flip your right hand as well. Okay, right hand turns back to the front. Left hand comes down. Let's both bring both knees down. Whew. Hands on the lap. Take a breath in through the nose. And a sigh out through the mouth. You shake out the wrists. Bring your feet around. And just hug yourself in a little ball. Round your chin to your chest. Just bringing in some spinal flexion. And then rise back up. We've got one more back bending opportunity. This one's going to be another kind of infinity circle. Options for flip dog or our wheel, our Urdhva Dhanurasana. So first way to do this is bringing left hand down, fingertips away, and then lifting your hand up to the sky, your right hand. But if you did want to turn this into your wheel pose, you'll reach your right hand up and around, kind of like you just did in your wild thing. Turning both hands. And then if you're in wheel, you might come out the other way. So you might start by flipping your right hand and then lowering yourself down. If you're just staying on the flip dogs, then just swap to the other side. If you're trying out your wheel, you might start with your right hand first. So right hand down, left hand reaches high, breathing in, and then maybe circling around. Exhaling to hold, really push through your feet, push your shoulders so that they can get on top of the rest as much as we can. Glutes are engaged. And then coming out through the left, flip your left hand and then come down. Let's come into a little ball again. So breathe in, breathe out, round. Let's take some slow forward folds. Rise yourself up, extend your right foot out and your left foot to your inner thigh. Janushirshasana. Lift both hands up to the sky. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. You might interlace your fingers here. As you exhale, reach your hands forward. Maybe the hands come in front of the right foot. If it doesn't, that's totally okay. You can just hold on to your shin. If you can get it around, you might hold onto it and pull on it slightly. Just notice if your Ujjayi Pranayama has left the building. And if it has, see if you can just gently bring it back in. As we slow down, we don't tend to use it as much, but you might like to bring a very subtle constriction as you exhale. Lift yourself up. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh, and you might say here, if both hips can stay on the ground, then maybe the right foot tucks in as well. Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fish, option for a bind. I'll cue us in for that later on. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, twist to the left. If you wanted the bind, you'll take your right hand in the triangle of your left leg, scoop it underneath. Left hand will try wrap around, hold on to the fingertips. If you do manage to get the bind, really pull that right arm back, lengthen your spine. One more breath. Let's come back around, swap to the other side. Left foot forward, right foot to the inner thigh. Same thing as before, lengthen up, breathe in. Your left knee might be bent here, and that's totally okay. As you exhale, reach forward, maybe hands come in front of the foot. What I like to do if my hamstrings aren't quite there yet in terms of flexibility, or my back, is actually do have a bend of the knee and see if you can get the hands around. And then maybe you can kind of hop that foot out a little bit more. Or if you had a strap or a towel or a jumper, you can kind of make the distance. Roll yourself up, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to twist. Remember, option to tuck the left foot in if you would like to. Option for the bind. This pose is really good for opening through the outside of the hip, around the glute, and all the other small muscles that live there. You're also getting kind of the back, the upper back, mid back. If you're adding on the bind as well, getting a bit of the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen, taller. Exhale, turn your right shoulder back more. So dreamy. Before we head down onto our backs, we're going to come into a seated position, practicing some pranayama, some samavriti, same variation breath. You might have your legs crossed, or you could come into a kneeling position. On the theme of infinity, we're going to count to 8. So inhaling for 8, exhaling for 8. 8 is quite a challenging number, so at any point if you want to drop it down a little bit more to maybe 4 or 6 or anywhere in between, go for it. Empty your lungs, full exhale. Inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue in your own time. Let's go 2 more rounds. Once you've completed your second round, just coming back to neutral inhales and exhales. Really trying to find that stillness within the body, and that starts to ripple out into the mind with time, with practice. Let's open our eyes. We will head down onto our backs. If there are any final movements that you'd like to take before Shavasana, then please feel free to find that now. I'll cue us into Happy Baby. You might like to take the knees wide, holding hands around the top of the shins, or maybe the ankles or the feet. You could extend one foot out to the side and bring it back in, maybe the other foot out to the side. Bring it back in. When you feel ready to rest, you could extend your legs out long for your Shavasana, your corpse pose, but if there is any other resting pose that you'd like to take, please feel free to find that. Notice where you're holding tension in your body. And see if you can soften this tension with a really slow, intentional breath. Let it melt towards the ground, feeling that release, that letting go. And as we lie here for another couple of minutes, just notice where your mind wanders to, as it will. Let it wander, that's what I say. Just let it be, do its thing, but just keep a watchful eye. It's kind of like you're watching a kid, maybe not like a baby, but like a 5 to 8 year old. They kind of know what they're doing, but you don't want to let it get too out of sight. Just take a little note of where your mind is at. And then just for the next few moments, let's just come back to our breath. Come back to the body, noticing any sounds around you. Noticing any smells. Anything you can touch, your clothes on your skin, maybe the temperature of the air. Maybe if you're outside like me, you might feel the wind on your face. And from here we'll start to make a move to get out to a seat again to finish our practice. Just wiggle around in any way that feels good. You might finish hands on the lap or hands at the heart. Thanking yourself for this time, this quality time that you spent with yourself in your body, in your mind. There might have been some energetic shifts that have happened since the beginning of the class, and that's just the magic of movement and breath and intention and attention. And that's yoga. Let's finish with a breath. Inhale through the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. I'm going to open your eyes. Thank you so much, my friends. I really hope that you enjoyed today's practice. Let me know how you found it down below. And if you remembered the sequence. And even if you didn't, it's a brain exercise as well. It's body, brain, all of the above. Look forward to moving and breathing with you again sometime soon. I would love to see you over on the membership platform. I'll leave all the details below. And 30 days of yoga, such a great way to recommit to yourself, to this practice. I'll see you there. Take care.